Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back live, the real Chelsea. We're going to do the post-match reaction tonight, plus everything else surrounding Chelsea FC. I want to start, it's a bad way to start, really. Disgraceful performance last night, really bad, especially from some players, who haven't been on form lately. For me, uh, Carl Havertz, Mason Mount, and Mendy as well. They're not on form right now. And Jorginho, sorry, I forgot Jorginho. These four players should be dropped for the next game. You have to bring in Gilmore, Broja, uh, Chukwuemeka, the young guy we bought, and Kepa for me. I want to see these four changes, but Will too could do it. I don't know because he's so stubborn. He's really annoyed me. I was so angry last night. I didn't know what to say because, all right, I've seen Chelsea struggle in the past, a lot, much worse than this. And, there was someone on Twitter who tweeted out, I see all you old guys, Chelsea fans, are starting to complain like the youngsters now. Yeah, because we always complain, and you say, because we've seen the worst, we've seen the really bad days. We've seen the great days, we've seen the bad days. When I was young, I was going to Chelsea. Mainly, we were a mid-table club. Then we went down. So going down, we went down twice. And I was going to every single game in the second division. We even nearly got relegated to the tier of three that time. But it didn't stop me from going. The crowds were very low. When we were struggling like that, they were low, except when we had a big FA Cup game against a major team. Then the bridge was buzzing and full again. But, yeah, I don't want to go to that. Let's carry on with the match. For me, we started well. We had chances. We were creating. Mason Mount was on it the first half, especially the first 20 minutes. I thought, oh, thank God he's, coming back. And Carl Havertz, he was running. He done a lot of running in the first half, but he didn't produce nothing. Not as nothing. I mean nothing. Sterling got that goal. Should have had a second goal. Really, I mean, he should have passed it to Carl Havertz. He was 3 in the box, and he could have been 2-0. That would have changed the game completely. But no, we let Leicester. It was a hard shot, great shot. Mendy got a hand to it, but I don't know. Could he have saved it? That's debatable. The second goal was no chance for Mendy, deflected off Koulibaly. But yet, by second half, they come out, no fight, no nothing. Jorginho, terrible. Mount, terrible. Havertz, terrible. Every single player wasn't on it. All right, changed it. Pulisic come on, and Broja come on. They were trying. They tried more than any other player on that pitch. Broja, he was trying. He was getting to the ball in the air, but it wasn't enough time. We're losing, and it's not easy to come back. And you get 25 minutes or so, and you expect to change it. But I think he should start on Saturday. Broja, Pulisic, or Ziyech, all three. Sterling has to start. But drop Mason Mount and Carl Havertz and Mendy for me. Put him on the bench for a game. See what happens. Give Kepa a chance. And give Broja a chance and the young players we have on the bench. Gilmore, why? Try him. You ain't going to, it won't get worse than it is. And anyway, that's me for now. Let me bring in Tasagi and see his opinion for the match. Tasagi, you there?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
hey everyone. All right, all right. Uh this match I had lots of questions. I have lots of questions. I see us playing, was it largely 4-3-3, and I'm thinking we're going to concede at least one goal from this, probably. Probably it's going to be one goal at the most. And I thought we're going to be really attacking football, three midfielders. This is something that we have, advocated for. This is something that was in our predicted lineups, because we had several of them, and one of them was a 4-3-3. And for the most part, it was a good a good start, a good start. But then again, as Nick said, I mean, we allowed Leicester to grow into this game, and the moment they got that one goal is the moment that our heads were down. And again, even though that we were playing a 4-3-3, like formation wise, but tactically for me, they were playing the same. They were spacing out. They isolate Jorginho. It's not really a good way to play for Jorginho, because Jorginho, he needs proximity around him. He needs proximity around him, and if he doesn't have that, he will suffer. And you could tell that. Um, was it the second goal? Was it the second or the first goal whereby he was completely bypassed? And I was like, "Whoa, what's happening?" And it was really disappointing, to be honest. It's disappointing because when you switch to a new formation, yeah, you expect to see it being played properly. And the fact that is, it was a good plan on paper to play a 4-3-3. We looked bright. We looked like, we had a goal in us. Like the first few minutes of the game. It looked promising, but as usual, implementation matters. Implementation. You can have a good plan on paper, but implementation is what sets apart boys from men. This is what sets apart boys from men, and we were boys on that day. On that day, we were boys, and yeah, and that team, they were men. They showed up. They beat a big team. We really had nothing in it. I mean, no fight, no nothing. It was really sad to see. And yeah, I have to say that Brozier did look good. He looked great.
Mm,
And why doesn't this guy start? I mean, if this guy doesn't start, I think Tuchel, he's not promoting competition in the team. I mean, because Jorginho, Mendy, Mount, Havertz, they need to know that their place is not secure. I mean, if they get too comfortable, they get complacent, and we lose matches. The team suffers. And for me, I don't know. I think it's a move by Tuchel that is baffling. It baffles me. I'm sure it baffles most of the fans to say, why are these players still starting games? I mean, we
mm.
have a squad for a reason. It's a squad. It's a squad. It's there for a reason, and it must be utilized. And I really wanted to see Gilmore play on that day, and as you predicted, Nick, that is not gonna happen, not in a million light years.
Yeah,
And yeah, well, that's my take for it. Oh,
yeah.
Steve is there.
Yeah, let's welcome Stav as well. I hope your wife is better. Um, yeah, welcome, Stav. I just want to say, yeah, I agree with you, Tesugi. I mean, the more the more we talk, I'm beginning to see Stav's viewpoint now even more. Talking about Tuchel, he's not doing nothing right, and he's not. I'm beginning to, understand what Stav's saying more. If you know what I mean, but I'm going to let him talk in a minute. But I won't judge Tuchel to the end of the season. I still think he's a great manager, but he's stubborn. And for me, these four players, like I said, they have to be dropped. Jorginho, Mount, Havertz, and Mendy. Even Mendy has to be dropped for me. Bring on Kepa, Broja, Gilmore, and Chukwuemeka. bring them four in, give them a chance against West Ham. Let's see what happens. Yeah, welcome, Sava. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Well, we've been saying it was terrible, terrible game, frustrating, unbelievable last night. I felt worse than the Leeds game, really. You did, yeah. Go on, go. What's your take on it?
Sorry, I was just coughing.
Yeah.
Listen, I've only got a low battery, so I'll stay on as long as I can. But getting back to last night, you've got Billy Gilmore and Ampadu on the bench, and the anointed one, Jorginho, is starting the game. What the hell was that last night by him? Not a thing right. Not a thing. The bloke's an embarrassment. Right? I've tried not to outwardly criticise him, abuse him. Right? I've tried to be subjective and give reasons why I think he's not suited to the Premier League and why he's not helping us. But that was pathetic last night. They bypassed him. Right? Did he make any tackles? Did he even jump for anything in the air? Was he tracking back? I mean, that second goal, he was stood there watching and reacted afterwards. And if you take into account, right, that Cucurella and Silva cleared off the line, both when Mendy was beaten, that could have been 4-1. That could have been 4-1. So, you're on mute.
I was just saying, I forgot to mention that, Cucurella and Silva. Silva, what a flick off the line. He's the only one who played decent. And Cucurella was all right. The rest were rubbish, honestly, rubbish. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, even Sterling, right? He was going into the box and he wouldn't pass. It's like he's the only, you know what I mean? The only one who's allowed to score, right? I've seen a lot of people criticising Ziyech. Scott Minto today said he couldn't care less if he never plays for Chelsea again, right? Everyone in this, I can see Max is there. The three of us know Scott Minto is, right? But the thing is, the guy was dumped when he was playing well, right? He's been left out. He was told in the summer he's not in Tuchel's plans, right? And basically that's the first time he started. So yeah, you can criticise him because
you still there, stuff. Oh, I think it's run out of battery. Let's welcome Max as certifier. Staff will be back.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Yeah. Hi, Max.
Good.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, hi, certifier. Hey. Let me put Staff back on.
Hello, Nick.
Stav.
Yeah.
Is Stav there?
Hello, Stav.
Is Alvarez the Mexican
holding
midfielder from Ajax? Can you hear me?
Stav. Yeah, go on.
The Mexican holding midfielder from Ajax. Is it Alvarez something?
Yeah,
Apparently, I'm hearing rumours that we've put in a 50 million bid for him. How good is he?
He's good.
Yeah?
He's good. He plays.
I know he's 6'2" and he's quite physical.
Yeah.
So
he plays DM on his own, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Ajax normally play 4-3-3, one DM, two attacking mids, and the two wingers, and a striker. Right, and the fullbacks get forward as well. It's changed slightly since Ten Hag's gone to Man U. The new guys, the ex-coach of Club Bruges, and they've won the league. They won the league the last 2-3 seasons as well. So he's good. But then again, Max, I think you'd be an improvement on Jorginho. I just
who's,
like, yeah, he was like,
yeah.
He's pathetic. Why do they keep picking him? Right?
I don't know.
The thing
no
is,
one else,
right?
though, is there?
Yeah. No, but there's Gilmore and there's Ampadu. Right? At least
exactly. Yeah.
And you had them both on the bench. What people have to realise, right, is that he's treated Billy Gilmore badly, really badly, right?
Yeah.
Since he went to the US, 5 days go to the under-23s. He hasn't been fair with Ampadu. It's 2 seasons in a row. He's called Ampadu an immense talent and then not used him, right? Even Ziyech, whether you like him or not, right, to tell him that he's not in your plans in the summer isn't really going to set him up right if he has to come in. But I thought he started off okay.
That's what I was about to say. I heard you talking about Ziyech. You know, before Stab, I've been when he first came, I was one of his biggest critics. But yesterday, I thought he started off the game really well. You know, second half he faded like the rest of them. But I thought he was the only one who showed that little bit of vision. You know, his passing was good. I remember he done that little first time pass. Was it to Sterling?
Yeah.
You know, other midfielders, they don't see it. He can see the pass.
You know, so when Pulisic come on, Ambrosia, they showed a bit of fight.
Pulisic was awful. I disagree with you there. Pulisic was shocking.
No, but I can't lie. Let me tell you guys something.
Yeah.
I think Pulisic was playing a bit deeper.
He was playing right wing back.
He was a wing
back.
He was trying to do too much.
That's what I'm saying. You can't expect him to play well in that position.
I know.
I don't know what gave Tuchel the minds to play him there.
The thing is, sorry, Matt. He's done this to a lot of players, right? Right. You've said it yourself. Square pegs, round holes to accommodate his system. Now everyone's going. He started with a back 4 last night, right? Doesn't matter if you start with a back 4, back 3, back 10, right? If Jorginho is the one sat in front of that line, there's no protection, and teams know that. And because of his weaknesses, it allows him at the defence, right? Whether it's a 3 or a 4, and then you've got wing backs who are forced to attack because your so-called wingers are playing inside forward, right? So the wingers have to go to provide, right wing backs have to go forward to provide the width. I've said it all along, can't stand the system, right?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing now that he's treated some players badly, right? And the thing is, they're all mates, aren't they? Right? You might have the odd 1 or 2 don't get on with each other or whatever. And I mean, Silva, ultra pro, Aspie, ultra pro. They'll try no matter what. They're going to try the best no matter what. But then you've got other players, right? This team has basically grown together in the last 2.5 years, right? So even Billy Gilmore, I mean, I read that some of the senior players were like shocked at the way he treated Gilmore in the US. And this filters down. For me, they're not playing for him, right? They're not playing for him anymore. You get like Silva, Aspie, who'll do it no matter what. And you get the 3 new guys who want to prove they were worth buying and things like that. But the rest of the squad, right, some of them are not going to play for him. Yeah. They're not running, are they? They're not running for him.
Yesterday, you had that vibe, didn't you? You tend to get that vibe. Like when we played Leicester under Frank Lampard, after that match, I thought, you know what, he's gone because the players have given up on him. And you know when Jose Mourinho first left, when we played that game in the Champions League against, who was it, that Scandinavian side, and we drew, was it 0-0 or 1-1? 0-0 something? And myself and 1-1, that's it. And myself and my brother at that game that day, and we looked at each other and we said, he's gone, isn't he? So you can kind of get that vibe usually just from the body language of the player. Yeah, but something's not right, he's gone.
But that first time, right, to be fair, that first time he was shafted, wasn't he, by Avram Grant, because he went off with that grade B eggs, and which meant Sidwell, Pizarro, etc.
Not shopping in Waitrose anymore, shopping in
but even when but even if you listen to Sidwell, I mean, he could have been like really narked about that, but he's not. he even speaks well of Jose. The players didn't want him to go, but there was an atmosphere in there, wasn't there?
There was an atmosphere, because you just felt the atmosphere that day in that Rosenborg game,
And they tried to get rid of Clarkey in January, didn't they? To bring Grant in. And he said, well, I'll just sack me. I'll go if you're going to get rid of Clarkey. And then that's just festered. Then they made that idiot Grant director of football. Everyone knows it was Steve Clark that kept carrying us forward.
Listen,
and the players' mentality. So, but he's lost them. Sorry.
Talking about Grant, I was at that League Cup final where we lost to Tottenham.
Yeah.
And it was so embarrassing because the team talk in extra time, John Terry was conducting the team talk. Grant was just standing on the peripheral, scratching his head.
Because he's useless.
So I said, that tells you all. That tells you everything you need to know. He wasn't even a coach. They were coaching themselves. I got the ticket because I knew one of the groundsmen there. And he said one day, Grant went over to the reserve team and he was watching them for about 15 minutes before he realised that he wasn't the first team.
I knew of him before he got a job with Chelsea because he was Israel manager. And I saw Israel v Cyprus in Sicily. I went to the game. And he was the same there. He was just standing there clueless. And one of the physios at Chelsea at that time was also working part-time for the Cyprus FA for the national team. And he was on local television and radio saying that he was clueless. And basically it was Steve Clark doing all the thingy. All Grant could think of was dribbling in and out of corners, and that was pretty much his training sessions. And anyway, so look, I'm going to ring the wife and I'll come back in. Okay?
Yes.
Carry on. I'll be back in a bit. Carry on.
Cheers.
Yeah. Let's welcome sort of as well. So, I said about what I thought, Max. I said, we had 4 players on that bench. For me, they should have all come on. He brought Broja on and put.
But you there? I think he's lost his connection. Certified, can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just Nick was cutting off a bit. Yeah, I can hear you. Nick was you were kind of cutting off a bit.
Yeah, maybe it's a connection. Is it okay now? Should I go in and come out?
No, it's okay now. It's okay now.
Oh, it's okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Certified. Welcome, Max.
Hello.
Sorry, I just had a drop out of my connection. So I didn't hear.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
hey.
Yeah, I thought mine was, it was okay.
Yeah, I heard you were talking,
all right,
and I missed it because my connection dropped.
I want to see before I let you two go. What I want to see against West Ham is Mount dropped, Havertz dropped, Jorginho dropped, and Mendy dropped. These 4 players to start off with. Drop them and bring in Billy Gilmore.
And that's for the Quetta as well.
Billy Gilmore, Broja, Chukwuemeka, and Kepa. That's just to start off. Aspie, he does what he tries as hard as he does, but he hasn't got the legs as we know. I'm not blaming Aspie for nothing.
Yeah, you can't fault him for effort, but he's just not. He's lost it now as a player. I wouldn't say he's lost. His attitude is going to still be there, but his ability is waning, I think.
He's a good leader to have on that bench in the dressing room, Max. And when he come on, that is, So Aspie is going to be there in the background. We've got Chalobah.
I think Chalobah was injured.
And we got for he had a knock here. You're right. Yeah, that's why Aspie played. Yeah. And we're going to be without with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's got a bad injury again.
But that's what I say about Ruben Loftus. I've been saying this about Ruben Loftus-Cheek for years now. He would have been a world-class midfielder had his body been built in a different way. His body cannot play more than 2 or 3 games in a row without his body breaking down.
Yeah,
so
a shame.
I'm like, I know. I'm kind of making a video about our midfield. I haven't edited it yet, but I'm saying
his old self, really did, especially.
But he just can't rely. I just knew it. I just said he can't play 2 or 3 games in a row. He just cannot do it. He's like, remember Darren Anderton back in the day for Tottenham?
Yeah, I remember.
He's like that.
Yeah,
he's like that.
Anderton, Tottenham.
Yeah. He was sick note. Sick note. He's the new sick note. He can't do it.
Like Ruben, you're right. Yeah, let's bring Certify and you can come. Certify.
Okay.
I know you're very angry. You all are.
I'm not happy at all, man.
No,
honestly, I'm not happy at all.
No one is happy. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I don't see this changing. That's the thing. It's not like I'm not happy. It's just I don't see this changing. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not happy. It's just that we all wanted a back 4, but then in a back 4, it's not like we wanted the formation to change. I just wanted Tuchel to play that system correctly. We still played that back 4 as if we were playing a back 3, as if we were so comfortable with 2 defenders at the back, and the midfield. I keep saying about this midfield, so I don't want to waste my breath on it. As I said, Mount, Havertz, they should be dropped. It's either they're finished or they just don't want to play for Tuchel, which is another big problem. I can see Tuchel losing the dressing room. I mean, massively. Give it 2 games. If we don't give anything, if we don't get any points in 2 games, I think people are going to start questioning Tuchel's future with the fan base we have.
I don't know about 2 games, but if we lose to West Ham on Saturday, the fan base will be in uproar. It's bad enough now. We lost to Southampton. We lost to Leeds.
Nick,
he's
I'm going to tell. Yeah.
Go
Nick,
ahead.
I'm sorry. I have to tell you this. If Tuchel does not make any changes from the players we want dropped, we are not going to win against West Ham. I don't care if we believe in player mentality change, or we are not going to win against West Ham, because West Ham will be in a stronger mindset than us anyways, because you know that they've got their first win. Now they're going to come to Stamford Bridge. They're going to come to. Let me tell you, they're going to come if they win if they lose against Tottenham or draw, they'll come to Stamford Bridge and know we cannot get another loss. That's what happens all the time. Southampton have not won a home game yet until yesterday. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, if Tuchel doesn't make any changes, we're not winning this game. And I do not care. Keep putting on the mentality game. Oh, we will change. We're not winning this game.
Certified. We didn't play Southampton yesterday. We played Southampton youth, and that makes it worse.
Yeah.
That team was a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Most of them were under 21. And they
that's what I'm saying.
We looked like the under 21 team because they were out muscling us, and they're kids.
Let me tell you something. It's mentality. Let me tell you, it's player mentality. Almost is the player mentality versus ours. That's what it's come to. And we've got certain players that just does not want to play. Does not want to play for Tuchel. These players, young players, want to play for their manager. These players don't want to play for Tuchel.
Exactly.
He's losing the dressing room. And we are not winning against West Ham, and I'm going to call it out.
Can I ask you both a question? Or three? Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Sav, can you go on mute? You're making some background noise. Yeah. Now you're mute. It's all right. Yeah,
okay,
don't be on mute when we're not.
Yeah, I can ask you guys a question. When we went 2-1 down, who and on Hart thought we were going to come back and even draw that game? Because I didn't. As soon as we went 2-1 down, I said the game's over. Oh. That's what I
exactly.
That's for me. That speaks volumes. When I didn't have any confidence that we'll come back in the game after we went 2-1 down, and I was proven right.
man.
In the club, the standards that we set our club to be, and we cannot even rely from just one goal down. We can't even rely on ourselves to get a draw, bro. Do you know the state of this club, bro? The state of this club, bro. This club needs surgery, bro. Like literally, it's embarrassing that as Club World Cup champions, the badge, we can't be confident in our team to get at least a draw from going 1-0 down. That's why.
I knew the second half is going to be a struggle unless he made them changes, but it wasn't enough. Bringing on Pulisic and Broja, I think he got 25 minutes, Broja. It wasn't enough. But he tried very hard. And even Pulisic was running more than usual, I think. But, it was too late. I was living in hope more than anything to get one.
But, yeah, Nick, going back to the Pulisic thing, he was running, but what was it? He was just trying too much. He was dribbling in ridiculous areas. He was playing for himself. He wasn't playing for the team. He just got the ball it's like a schoolboy. He was playing like a schoolboy in a park. Just get the ball and I'll just run with it and do my own thing. Forget what my teammates are doing. And I thought that was very unprofessional.
He was playing for the World Cup to get into the USA's.
Yeah, but it was a very unprofessional performance, I thought. It was embarrassing.
His body language looks like an angry.
We're talking about the World Cup. How many World Cup stars do we have in our team? And do they not even know that they have a World Cup? And they're still playing like this?
Yeah, the thing
do you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, right, he doesn't have to play to get into the World Cup, does he? He's going to be there anyway, right? But I want to go back to the thing. Same thing happened at PSG. Tuchel slowly started losing the players. He started cheesing certain people off. I mean, who in the right mind, right, gets rid of who's a striker at Man U now from PSG? I believe I'm having a mental block.
Cavani.
Yeah. How can you just keep leaving him out, cheesing him off, talking about him, right? Tuchel's got this thing. This is just my assessment, right? I'm not going to say that it's something everybody's going to agree with. This is my assessment. He's one of those who is, I'm boss, and you like it or you lump it, right? Now, Jose was like that as well, but Jose knew how to manipulate them and use that to his advantage. He would kick certain players up the backside, right? And then in the next thing, go kick them after the game up the backside, tell them off. And the next day they're in his office and he's having a heart-to-heart with them and telling them the truth, right? But I don't think Tuchel's like that. I mean, if you saw pre-season, right, he was playing table tennis with Sterling, right? And you have to keep that separation a bit. You can be mates, right? But you have to have that separation. Vialli used to complain about Hullet, that he was totally different once he became player coach. And then Vialli went and did the same thing. You can still be their friend, right? And still have and charge thing, right? But he, right, in my eyes, he's mistreated, right, Billy, he's mistreated Ampadu. I believe he's mistreated Ziyech, right? Because Ziyech was on fire after that, those Tottenham Palace and all that. He dropped him for no reason, right? If this situation is because he went on holiday with Lukaku, wow, big bloody deal, right? So they went on holiday together. They weren't the only two who went together. And they went to America, they went and watched some sport, right? But they all do that, don't they? They go off in 2s, 3s, whatever, right? But because
Ziyech and Lukaku are best friends. Tuchel should know that.
Yeah, but it's irrelevant, isn't it? Right? Whether they're best friends or not, it's irrelevant. If Hakim Ziyech is best mates with Lukaku, and Tuchel wants to hold that against him, right, and drop him from the team, no, you pick your players who are on form, who are performing, irrespective of who their mate is, right? Because you're going to end up cheesing them off as well. And then you've got two problems. Now, I'm not going to defend Lukaku here. All I'm going to say is that wasn't all his fault, right? That wasn't all his fault. And going public and saying, I'm not changing the system to suit one player doesn't work, not for me. So I don't see why it would work for the squad. Because if you change the system, you do it to suit the wingers, you suit the wing backs, who are then playing a full back, but they can still attack. And you're allowing two attacking mids to play as attacking mids, where it suits them, where they're most productive. These players are being played out of position where they can't be productive. This is why I can't just sit and attack Havertz, Pulisic, Mason Mount, Ziyech, right? Callum Hudson-Odoi before he went on loan, and 4 or 5 others. I can't attack them because they're not being played correctly. And a player will do it, what you ask, short term, and you have to be winning for them to believe in it and to keep on doing it. But after that Champions League, we started off okay in the league in his first full season as coach, but things started going wrong. And since January, we've been pathetic. We've been poor. We've had the odd good game. Like we had a good one at Real Madrid, right? We had a reasonable game at Middlesbrough in the Cup, right? But there's been loads of games where we've been pathetic and boring. Now, last night, right, was a game made to make changes, right, to teach some people a lesson, i.e. Jorginho. He shouldn't even be at the club. He shouldn't even be at the club. If Max is right, if you're going to go and sign Alvarez, right, why would you play that muppet, right, ahead of him? And he's a muppet. But the thing is, Max, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I can't see it as being likely. Now they've sold Anthony as well. They've sold 8 players now.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's my reservation. It's because it's so close. It's too close to the end of the window. So yeah.
If you offer them Ziyech in part exchange, right, and one other player, yeah,
throw in Ampadu or something like that, maybe. But Ampadu's going to Spezia, isn't he?
But what's he going to do? He's
maybe
going to be
Gilmore.
Yeah, he's going to be in Italy, right? Tuchel won't pay any attention to how he's getting on, right? I wanted to give him time after the Champions League, and I said he's got. People keep criticising because we started off with 4 at the back last night, and they criticised 4 at the back. You still have to have the right people in front of them, right? You've still got to press from the front, so the teams are not coming at you and countering you, right? That would have been 4-1 last night. Whether you saw it late or not, Mendy got a strong hand, right, and palmed it into the goal. That one where he was allegedly unsighted against Tottenham, he got a hand on that. That's been happening a lot from outside the box. He's getting hands on it, and people are going, Kepa's. I don't want Kepa in goal because he's got spaghetti hands. Yeah. Instead of saying Mendy needs to be dropped, to find reasons not to drop him by saying that Kepa's not good enough, or he's got spaghetti hands, or he's got this. And if you've noticed, right, and Max will have noticed, right, and I'm pretty sure Certified has as well, and what's his name? Trezeguet, right? He is now being targeted at set pieces, Mendy, because he's not looking as confident, right? He's been targeted at corners, and they're putting 2 near him, and they're targeting him.
Yeah, man, you're right.
Right, and there needs to be a change.
That's why
he needs to be dropped. He needs to be dropped.
That's the problem we have. Let me just he has to be dropped.
Listen, the squad knows, right? The squad knows that Tuchel has his favourites, right? And that won't sit well with them either. What was the point of having Gilmore and Ampadu on the bench, right? And then you've got Gilmore possibly still leaving and Ampadu off to Italy, right? And you left them on the bench to make up the numbers.
Chukwuemeka was there and Cassidy.
Yeah. Well, what was the point of that? And he said his excuse was, "Oh well, I couldn't put coverage because we only had 20 minutes."
Like you said before, so hold on.
Yeah, go on.
Just like you said before, he doesn't trust the youngsters. Even if the one buy, he doesn't trust them. That's the problem. And Tuchel, who's so stubborn, he's going to lose his job the way he's going. If he doesn't change something, I'll see
Nick, you're cutting up.
judge him end of the season, but the way it's going, it's really bad. He doesn't know what he's doing really with these players. You can see no one on that pitch knows exactly where they should be, apart from Silva, Cucurella. I'm cutting off. No, I think you're no, I'm not cutting off.
I think you were cutting off.
That's the problem we have. And
you kind of
let's
were.
see if he changes anything on Saturday, which I doubt.
But you know what?
Let me tell you,
Let's bring in Trezeguet as well into the chat. Trezeguet.
Yeah, let me talk. Is Trezeguet coming on?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just say something real quick, because when we first were in for Tuchel, I did have my reservations.
Yeah. Go ahead. I think I'm cutting up.
But I didn't hear what Nick said. Can anybody tell me?
Oh yeah,
wait, did you hear him cut off?
Yeah, Nick's cutting up.
I heard him cut off.
You're cutting up, mate. Put a picture on instead of your live camera. Put a picture on. Go on, Max. You wanted to say something.
Yeah. What I was saying is when we first were in for Tuchel, I did have my reservations about him, because I knew that he was okayish as a tactician, but for me he was too confrontational, and I saw the way that he worked with Dortmund and the way he worked with PSG and the way that he treated some of his players as well. So that's what my reservations were for bringing him into Chelsea. And a lot of fans, I think, because we won the Champions League, a lot of fans have given him that time to try and build, because obviously he's proved by winning the Champions League that tactically he can set up a side tactically for certain games. We've seen it when he played against Liverpool. The whole Champions League, the way that he set us up, it was good. But then, as you quite rightly said, Stav, sometimes for you that sort of football, you need to be playing winning football, similar to what Jose Mourinho. If you're not winning, then it's not enjoyable. It's not an enjoyable way of playing football, because it's more about what you're doing off the ball and out of transition. So that's why we're so organised defensively. But we haven't got any. Oh, my son's screaming! Arsenal must have scored. Oh, dear. Yeah. So
someone scored. I think
Arsenal just scored.
Yeah.
I could hear him screaming from
there.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, like, he has never given the attacking players any sort of freedom, and it was always going to come. Chicken was always going to come into Reece, because if you're relying on a strong defensive unit, and once that defensive unit starts to creak a bit, which you're seeing now, and you haven't got any sort of attacking play, then it's hard, because we were winning games 1-2-0 at the most, weren't we, under him? We weren't outscoring our opposition. So, that relies on a perfect defence. And when a couple of people are out of that defence, we struggle. Obviously, Rudiger's leadership has been badly missed as well, because the organisation, especially from set plays, is not there yet. Koulibaly is a good player, but he's coming. Anyone who comes in new to the Premier League, that they're going to take time to adjust. Yeah, and so So they take time to adjust. Then so we're cool about it. Some people were blaming him for the first goal. He could have arguably got his body in the way, but I still think he'll be a beast. But not, it's going to take time for him at the moment. So he struggled against Leeds, as you saw, with the pace of the game. But give him 3 or 4 months in, and then I think he'll do fine. But at the moment, we are missing that leadership that we had with Rudiger.
Yeah, it will take time for Koulibaly, but he's a great player. I'm not worried about him. He will become good. It was yesterday. He wasn't up for it. It wasn't his game somehow. Southampton, were too fast. I mean, we must give credit to Southampton because they really outplayed us. We didn't play, but they played very well. To come back and win like that, it was very good from them.
No, but you say, okay, I'm not being sour grapes or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, you do give credit to Southampton, but we made it easy for them. They outplayed us just because we didn't do the basics.
Yeah,
and that's why they. And to think Southampton were one of the relegation favourites, and that makes it more worrying for me because it's not. For
me, they're not relegation material. They were, I knew they stay up last year. This year, they're going to finish probably in the middle somewhere. But, they are a good team, good youngsters they have. The problem with them, they can't keep the great players, the great youngsters they have. They have to sell them.
They are, but they haven't got any goal scorers. And that's the other thing. Every time someone that's got a run of games without scoring, Charity FC, Chelsea, they always break their dust.
Southampton do have goal scorers.
Adam Armstrong hadn't scored for about 20 odd games. I think it's 26 games, and then he scores against us. Remember that guy in Sheffield United? Who's that Sheffield United?
Southampton have goal scorers.
Yeah.
Who they got? They haven't.
They've got Che Adams. Che Adams is a goal scorer. He scores goals.
Well,
I'll take him over Havertz.
No.
I mean, Havertz is lost for me.
Yes, Havertz is that useless. He's like a rock.
Yeah, let's hold on, chaps. Let's bring in Tesagi as well. We've left him out in the cold here. Tesagi, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good. Yeah, what's your thinking about what we've been talking about? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm hearing the notion that the players, like Tuchel has lost the players, like they're losing confidence in the manager and stuff like that. Guys, I just wanted to remind you of the history of our team. The history of our team. You got to look back to the recent history of our team. Chelsea, for some reason, our beautiful team, no matter which manager that we get, for some reason in the second season they don't play well. Okay, fine. Tuchel came in, he won the Champions League. And I hear you guys, you mentioned and say that, the fans are giving him time, but he can't, still ride off that high of winning the Champions League. Yeah, granted, but at the same time, he didn't change anything, right? Okay, it's true, fine. He didn't change anything. So why isn't it working? Okay, it's not working because other teams have found out what's happening. Okay, fine. But it's the fact the way it's not working is a concern to me. You know what I mean? The way it's not working is the concern. You can lose badly and you can lose in a good way. And the way we are losing is showing that we have no fight. If a goal is conceded, our heads are down, something is going wrong, this and that. It seems like it's a mentality problem. And I'm not sure if you guys remember, but even Antonio Conte, he hinted at this years ago. He said it would take about 4 years to get this Chelsea team mentally fit to fight for everything. And Conte won the Premier League in his first season, with the same group of players that actually was it 10th or 9th, somewhere there, mid-table, right? With the same group of players, he came in and he won the Premier League. But on his second season, you just seen it in them that there is no fight in them. There is no fight. Yeah, maybe Conte lost the dressing room, But what are we saying about the group of players that we have? I mean, are they supposed to play with their feelings? This is not a feeling issue. These guys are getting high wages, guys.
Yeah,
Once
there's
you
that as
play for
well.
Madrid, you know what I mean, guys. I mean, get what I'm saying. Once you play for Madrid,
Yeah, I
it
get what you're
doesn't matter
saying.
whether you like Ancelotti or not. It doesn't
Good,
matter whether you
good question.
are made to
There
play
are two
left back or
things.
not. You play for the
Trezeguet, two
badge.
Trezeguet,
Hold on. Let me just get my point across.
Okay,
You
yeah,
play for the badge. You play for the badge. Are we together? You play for the badge. And some of these players, guys, they really don't play for the badge. Lampard started well, right? Into his second season, what happens? It seems like it's the same old thing happening. They're not playing, they're not moving. But this is the same group of players that when Lampard came in, they took off on a high. And the second season they're on a low. You know what I mean? And a lot the fan base was saying something like yeah, the way he's playing Jorginho, the way he's playing whoever. It even happened with Sarri, guys. First time it was good, it was promising, and then bam, um, stuff's
you've
going
lost.
really wrong.
It did
And we
happen with
mentioned this.
Conte.
Sarri said that
Remember,
there
it did happen
is
with
a
Conte.
mentality issue. Yeah. But
On.
Sarri mentioned this. He said there's a mentality problem, and he doesn't know how to motivate these group of players. You know what I mean? Yes, the manager can be wrong. He can have faults, but he can never ever put on the badge and play for this club, guys. He
You
can
live
never
in
do that. He
well,
can't morph himself into 11 different players and play their roles. Play striker, play left wing back, play whatever type of formation we're playing. It doesn't matter. What I want to see is effort. And these guys don't show effort for
Yeah.
some reason because of number one, maybe it's the cancel culture that, yeah, if we start playing bad, the manager is going to get sacked. So, yeah, we do get trophies, but these guys have been slacking off mentally. And now, look, Tuchel came in, right? Half season, bam, he gets us a trophy. Champions League, we're celebrating. Why are we not seeing any effort? Why are we not seeing any fight? You saw how Pulisic left the stadium as if he's leaving his father's home. Like he's not happy. Everybody went there, congratulated the fans. I mean, say thanks to the fans and whatnot. But he just, walks off like an angry little boy. Yo, sometimes you don't play the position that you want, but you play for the badge. Yes,
Tasky,
players
can I
have got
interrupt
this
you for a
player
second,
power.
please?
Hold on.
Alright, I'm just asking.
You play for the badge, and what I'm not seeing is these guys ain't playing for the badge anymore. They gotten used to slacking off. They gotten used to having it easy. And for me, as much as we can blame Tuchel, yes, he's doing some certain things wrong, and I agree with that 100%. He's guilty of playing a few players way too much, and they're human. They're getting tired. They're worn out. But at the same time, our mentality sucks. It sucks. It's not for champions. It's not for winners. It's not. It's not even a top six mentality. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. You guys can respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 minute sort of. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right what you're saying, Tezeki. I mean, I agree with you. We haven't got any mentality right now. That's the problem. And we're playing with players, who are not on form. Mason Mount, all right, we all love him. True Chelsea boy, grew up in Chelsea. But he's not on form stuff. He's not. Wait a minute, stuff. He's not on form. Form. I keep saying this. They have to be dropped. He started well. Then second half he disappeared, completely disappeared. We talk about Jorginho, but Mount wasn't no better in that second half.
Where was he playing?
Where was the second half?
Right, listen.
Yeah, he was.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Before I came on, I've got low battery here, right? So I can't. I'm not going to be able to stay the whole program. Max, good news for you. It's still 0-0. No, right?
Yeah, it's still 0-0.
And Zach has just missed it. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'll answer that. Right, I'll answer this mentality thing. Jose Mourinho, first time round, right? Yeah, he took the players to one side. He spoke to all of them, on his first speech to the squad, he told them, right, that you can just go out and play, right, not give 100%, not win anything, right, but he believes that that squad should be league champions, right, that squad should be this, that squad should be that, and they all believed in him, right. He didn't turn around and say to Billy Gilmore, go to the under-23s, did he? Right? For no reason. He didn't keep saying to Ampadu, oh, you're a star man, you're an immense talent, and then keep loaning him out. Right? He didn't get somebody to say to Ziyech, you're not in my plans. Right? He boldly told him he's not in his plans. This is before the season even starts. Right? Same thing with Pulisic. Right? Listen, let's be honest. With Pulisic, there's been issues with his injuries and stuff like that. Right? But every time once he became fit and he come back in, he does it for the US, right? But every time Tuchel plays him, wing back, like he did last night. The guy's pissed off. There's not, sorry for my language, but he's pissed off, right? And we're talking about mentality, right? Let's get this straight. For Jose Mourinho, that mentality lasted 3 seasons, right? Yeah. And the mentality he instilled in that team, right, continued for a decade, even without him. Right? No matter what manager came in, we were still winning things. Because that spine, right, would always pull people up, that mentality that he instilled. So I'm not having this protection of Tuchel all the time, right? He has paid off at least half of that squad. And if half the squad are picked off, we're struggling.
End of the day, he's a manager. He's playing for us, you know.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Nick,
yeah.
Sorry. At the end of the day, right, yeah, Avram Grant was the manager, right? We got to what? 2nd place in the league, lost 2 finals. None of it down to him. He was the manager, right?
Yeah.
Scolari wanted to get rid of Drogba, right? Because when he blew up after that Barcelona game and Scolari came in that summer to take over, and he wanted Drogba out, and Marina and Roman said no way. And we went on to win the Champions League and win various cups. Just because somebody's the manager doesn't mean he's the right guy for the job.
I know.
Right? Andre Villas-Boas was the same. Hang on. Nick, I could disappear any moment, right? Andre Villas-Boas, right, was the same as Tuchel, right? He was regimental. He wanted to play a high-line defence. High-line defence that didn't have any pace in it. No wonder we kept getting caught out, right? Now we're going back to Frank Lampard, player power, and this is what Lampard said, that players got him sacked or whatever. He got sacked because he kept scapegoating people, whether that was Rudiger, whether it was Alonso, right? Tomori lasted 4 months before he left him out all the time for a year, played him once, started him once, and gave him 1 sub appearance in 12 months. That's scapegoating, right? He scapegoated Aspilicueta, he scapegoated Christensen, right? He kept scapegoating Kepa for his zonal marking. So I'm sorry, I'm not having this, oh, this guy's the manager, blah, blah. Let's just defend him all the time. Right? I've said nothing against Tuchel, right, for the first 12, 14 months. I said, I'll give him the time. And even now, I've said he's buying his own players, his choices, right? So it's on his neck, his head, right? And his 3 choices within the team last night. Now one of them's going to take time to settle in, yeah. But the other 2 are proven Premier League players. There's no excuses there. Those players are not playing for him. And if you keep making young lads like Ampadu, Callum Hudson-Odoi, right, He kept Callum Hudson-Odoi back. His choice. Right? He refused to let him go on loan last year. What for? Just so he could keep playing him at wing back. What for? And it's okay saying, oh, but if you have to play wing back, or you have to play forward, or you have to do this, or you have to do that, right? You should be doing that. No, because players, right, have to be happy in themselves. If I go to a factory, I worked in a factory making double glazing windows. If the boss was on my case, right, and I wasn't happy, I wasn't doing my job properly because I got cheesed off with it. And just because you're being paid 100,000, 200,000, you still have to be happy when you go on that pitch. And the best way to be happy on that pitch is to play where, right, you're best suited, right, in a system that suits the squad, right. And I'm not having this garbage, right. Ancelotti went to Real Madrid last year. He lost Varane. He lost Ramos. Didn't sign anybody, right? And played to the system that suited his squad, right? He even brought Vinicius Junior in when what's his name, Zidane wasn't picking him, right? So I don't want to hear all this. The manager this, the manager that. Either you treat the player, you still have to treat the players like human beings. They still have to be happy in their job, right? Otherwise, they want to go somewhere else, don't they, and earn better money, right? Ask for Fafana. He's done it twice. He's wanted 2 big transfers. We don't know how long he's going to be at Chelsea, right? All I'm saying is that when I watch a press conference by Tuchel, before or after the game, we didn't do the way we planned and this and that. Plan to suit the players you pick. Plan to combat the opposition, like Jose Mourinho did. Right? Jose Mourinho's players in the week leading up to the game were given a little booklet and a DVD, right, to watch on the person they were in direct opposition to. That's preparation, right? That's preparation. Saying, oh, I'm going to play you wing back, even though you're a winger, or I'm going to play you with this, I'm going to play you with that, because that suits my system, right? That's not management. It's okay having the tactics, like Max said. Tactically, you can be good, right? But you have to have management skills as well. That's another thing Lampard didn't have. You can guarantee Everton are going to be in a relegation battle again, as long as Lampard's there. Great player, super legend as a player, but as a coach, overrated, right? He's not good enough. I didn't want him in the first place, right? Tuchel I was open to because he'd had relative success at PSG. But relative success at PSG doesn't mean that you're the right deal for the Premiership, right? And I'm seeing now that, for me, it's just my opinion, right? Although I know it's not only my opinion, he's not suitable, right? He's not using his squad to their best and their strengths. And we're suffering for it. And the players get cheesed off, and they're not going to run through a brick wall like they did for Mourinho, right? If you're cheesing people off, you can keep trying to excuse it, right? It's not just about tactics, it's about man management. It's about treating players right. And I'm sorry, yeah, I'm a big Billy Gilmore fan. That poor kid has been treated like crap. He's been treated like he's garbage, too small, he's this, he's that. And he's done it all publicly, right? He sent Billy Gilmore to Norwich in a team where the players weren't on his wavelength, right? Couldn't read what passes he wanted to play or what he was trying to do. And he was scapegoated by Norwich fans because he came from Chelsea, right? And he went there because Tuchel wanted to do Farke a favour by lending him one of our players, right? So there's all this, like, you look at Gallagher, right, working with Vieira. Look at the difference between Vieira and Farke. And Farke's a more experienced coach. Because why? Because he's in the same mentality as Tuchel, that somebody he doesn't deem to be good enough isn't going to get games. Well, he should have played Billy last night, right? He should have played Ampadu, yeah, Chuka, whatever his name, Chukwuemeka, right? Young lads who are gonna mix it with their young lads. We saw what can happen when Everton came to Stamford Bridge last season and they arrived with only 14 players, right? And they played 5 or 6 young kids. We drew, didn't we? Right? We saw what happens. When there's a hunger there, right,
Yeah.
and a belief, the player will run through brick walls for you. There's no hunger there from the senior members because they've had enough, right? Everybody thought Andre Villas-Boas, oh, here we go, great young manager, all this stuff, right? Now, Pep went to Man City. People keep going, oh, but Tuchel needs time because he needs to build his own squad, needs to build his own team. The majority of Pep's first squad was already there. 7 or 8 of the mainstays were already there, right? And yeah, he got money, but he won the league in the second season. In his second season, I'm sick and tired of people coming up with this fallacy that he took 5 years or he took 3 years, right? He didn't. He won it in his second season, right? And he has won 3 titles, which were tight. Yeah, 2 of them against Liverpool, which he could have easily lost at the end of the season. But that shows, right, that he can adapt, yeah, and do what he has to do to get the vital points. I don't see that in Tuchel. All I see in Tuchel is one system, right? And all right, he played 4 at the back last night, but he played the wrong man in front of him.
Yeah.
Right? And that's down to Tuchel. I said the other night, Nick, when I threw my toys out the pram, right? I can't blame Jorginho because he doesn't pick the side. He doesn't pick himself, and he like anyone else, he wants to play. That was disgusting last night, half time.
Yeah, but it wasn't only Jorginho stuff. We have to look at the other players as well.
Yeah, but I'm not on about that, Nick. What I'm saying is it all goes down to the manager, the mentality of the players when they go out on the pitch.
That's what I said.
Right?
He should have changed it like yesterday. It was a good
but he should play the youngsters.
We're playing with the Southampton team. Why don't you play these youngsters? Give them a chance, you know.
He doesn't trust.
I was hoping, but I knew he'd do it. You know, he's stubborn, and we can't change that.
Well, we can't change it. The only way to change it is accept, right? He's too stubborn, that he's lacking somewhere, and he'll have to go at some point.
Well, he will go. Won't hesitate. So I'm telling you.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Because listen, Nick.
You know, if he doesn't get top 4,
right? They may give a coach 2, 3 years. Why do they want to give him 2-year extension?
No, forget that.
Why do they want to give him a 2-year?
Yeah, extended the contract.
Why?
What?
You tell him.
Let me just finish.
You tell him.
Stop 1 second.
Yeah.
Stop 1 second. I'm just saying, look, I know he's got a 2-year extension or whatever. But if he doesn't get top 4 and doesn't win nothing, you know, Bowley won't. They will pay him off and he's going to go. That's what I'm saying.
He gets a big job, right? What you should be doing, Nick, right, is you should be saying to him, you've got to finish top 4. That's your minimum, and you've got to try for a trophy, and you have to close that gap.
Maybe Bowley said that. We don't know. Bowley's not a person.
Only then do you offer him the 2-year extension, right?
Yeah.
Only one. Not like before. You've come in, you're the new owner, and you're offering the coach a 2-year extension before you've seen him work.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me.
I know. You know why? Because we know, look, Bowley's just come in. He hasn't got the right people there with him. Sporting director, people like we had with Marina, Czech. We had all that. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Why?
That's why he gives the contract to him. He doesn't have people to advise. That's why.
Why are they not there? I'm asking you a question. Why are they not there? Because Tuchel's loving it now, right? 2 people who would have pulled him up and kept him on his toes, right? They've gone, and I bet you Tuchel's loving it, and I'm pretty sure Tuchel would have had a hand in it, right? And those 2, Petr Cech and Marina, will have left because they felt that they weren't going to be allowed to do their job, right? So
Yeah,
that's down.
yeah.
I don't know.
We
Right,
know
we've got,
they left.
we've got to carry on. We've got to carry on. Right,
Yeah,
we're going to.
I just want to say, yeah,
Right, don't
finish
be
up the
too
bring
much.
certifying as well.
Yeah, but 1 second. One last
Yeah,
thing. Don't
yeah,
be expecting. Gone now, right? Certified. Come back. One last thing, right? Don't expect an easy day on Saturday.
oh, it won't be easy. I know. You
Don't
know,
expect it on
it's
Saturday.
not.
Anyway, go ahead. Right.
Hold on a
I'll
second.
right.
Yeah,
Certified back.
yeah, he's back.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's some stupid thing on my phone, man. I wanted to check the chat, and then what's it called? I pressed the arrow, and it took me straight off. But I'm back now.
You be careful with the arrows and pressing certified.
That's the thing, and they should stop this on StreamYard.
Yeah, you have to be careful what you press. Anyway, let's welcome.
That's the thing.
Let's welcome. You go
1 second.
certified. Wait, 1 second, stuff.
I 1-0 up now.
Who? Sorry.
I said Arsenal are 1-0 up.
Oh God! Let them win. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm watching this.
I'm hearing
Man
there's a
City
Haaland
3-0
hat
up
trick
already.
in the first
Yeah,
half,
Man
3-0
City are
already
3-0 up.
City.
Haaland, yeah.
Yeah, and I heard there's a Haaland hat trick again.
Yeah. Let's welcome Liam in the chat. You know, our low supporter always comes on. Thanks, Liam, for being here. Yeah, let's go to certify. Then we go around. Certified's been dying to talk. Then when Max can go, then Trezeguet, if Sam has to go, he can come in before. You know, let's do that. Yeah, go certify.
Yeah, I was about to say what Staff said. Like, honestly, like the mentality of the players. We have second, as in I was gonna respond to Tasky as well. Like, I can't lie, we have second season syndrome as well. But then if you look at it as well, like I've realized that the second season syndrome wasn't as bad on the players mentally. If you look at Conte, you can't really say that the players had like a big meltdown and there was lots of player power going on there. It was just the fact Conte just didn't want to like play certain players, you know what I'm saying? And just didn't want to change anything, you know what I'm saying? But you can understand his ego because he just won the league with that system, you know what I'm saying? By then that time teams found us out, which was happening with Tuchel as well. But with Tuchel, there's more in that. He's mistreating players, as Staff said. Do you get what I'm saying? That's where, like, the way Tuchel is doing it, I understand managers need to be strict, but with Tuchel, he's actually almost like he's like mistreating players. Like, you can't be saying Gilmore is too short to be playing starting in the starting 11. And I know we don't have clear indication he said that, but I know he said it because Tuchel's that manager to say that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he wasn't afraid to go out and cuss Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? Not cuss Mbappe, but apparently insult Mbappe during training and Neymar. So why wouldn't he not do it with Gilmore? Do you get what I'm saying? The first thing is Gilmore, he puts his 100% in the training videos every week. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like he's done something to Tuchel. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know why Tuchel had to say that. So the way Tuchel is doing it, it's horrible. But then the thing is this: say if we end up in a rumor in a place where Tuchel doesn't change anything the next 4 games coming up to Liverpool, and we don't win or win a game, and there are talks of him getting sacked. Who else is there to replace him? That's the reason why I want to keep him and I want him to change. And I'm angry at Tuchel because I don't want him to be falling in that space where he needs to go out. Because if Chelsea lose Tuchel, we're kind of doomed. Because that means another rebuild, another 3-year wait for a Premier League spot. Although we were planning to win it next season. Do you get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole long process again. And God knows how Bowley will act if he gets in these directors and his staff for the transfers. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I think first season he really has to prove. prove a point to the fans that he's this owner that will take care of the club. So that's the thing. Tuchel really needs to stop this crap. I understand we wanted a back four. It's not only that we don't have the players we have in there. The players are crap. The midfield is dead. Jorginho, you know how many times that I've said about this guy, and we should sell him at this moment of time because we'll get good money for him. But then, is he playing this 4-3-3 right? Because in a 4-3-3, you can't be relying heavily on wing backs since the main point of the four at the back and the 4-3-3 is to rely on the midfield. I understand we don't have the midfield, but then the thing is this. Again, not giving players chances. Dropping Jorginho, not knowing that he's not a good player. Do you get what I'm saying? And also, you do not play a 4-3-3. Tuchel should know that you should be heavily relying on a 4-3-3. There's more pressure on your front line. Your front line needs to be getting involved. Why are wing backs acting as our wingers? Trying to act as our wingers. Cucurella tried to do it, but he got beat. It's a long way for him to run from all the way at the back with the back four. I'm not saying he can't do it, but then do it the way any other team would do it. Arsenal, any attacking team would do it. The way Arsenal, see, I'm sorry to bring up another team, but this is the football we kind of need to play. Arsenal are playing the best football. The football I really want at Chelsea. Do you get what I'm saying? But then the way you should be playing a back three is when at least tell a centre back, at least if you like, you can even try and put a back three in a back four. Not like that. You can still play a back four, but then you can tell Reece James, for example, Aspilicueta drop deep, play with the back two. You get what I'm saying? As Cucurella goes up with the midfield mount, and then there's Sterling, Havertz there. They can make some great movement. As we know, Chelsea, we don't make good movement. That's why we never succeed in getting balls in. You say, as in tell them, make good movements. You get what I'm saying? Make good passes and everything. When you lose the ball, eventually there's a proper DM sitting back, which is why, you get what I'm saying? Southampton game was the best. There's a proper DM sitting back to play with that back three that you told Aspilicueta to drop back and help the back two. Then you got a fall. Then you got a fall in defense when the counter attack comes. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, he's not playing the system right as well. Like, this isn't Germany, man. This is not a back three you're playing. You're playing a back four, and you're telling both your wing backs to go up and leave the back two just there, and you're leaving such a crap player, Jorginho, to protect a back two. Does that make sense? And you have the urge to say the midfield does not need work. I don't understand. Like Tuchel, I'm so angry. It's not because I want Tuchel out, because I want this guy to not get in this space where people are going to say, I want him out. Oh, Sky Sports, and there's going to be rumored, there's going to be pressure on Bowley, get Tuchel out, because there's no one else there. And even if we get a good manager like Zidane, if we get him, it's going to be the same long session again. Let's get rid of these players. And when Zidane doesn't do something right, he hasn't got the players. Mount shouldn't be here. Havertz shouldn't be here. I can see how it is if we sack Tuchel and get another manager. I just want Tuchel to improve. That's all. I want him to. You know what I'm saying?
1 minute, sir. I just want to interrupt you about, because you mentioned Zidane. Zidane, all right, he's a great player, best in the world, one of the best at his time, but he's not, a great manager. He's not Jose Mourinho or Klopp or Pep. He had great players, world stars when he was a manager.
I'm just saying that as an example.
I'm just saying, for me, if Tuchel did go, I would, start shouting to bring Jose back for a third time. He's the only one who can take Chelsea forward for me. I know he's been twice. He's been once, twice. Second time it didn't work out, but this is a different era, different owner. If Tuchel goes, I'm not saying I want him out. I want him to succeed, like you said.
That's the thing. I want him to stay and succeed.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still predicting second spot, even after we lose 2 games. That's my prediction. I can't change it. But if he doesn't get it right this season, we don't get top 4, we don't get nothing, then his head is going to be on the block. And there's For
And
me,
he has to go then.
there's only one replacement. That's Jose Mourinho. I don't.
But then he has a job.
Yeah, he has a job now. But if Chelsea wanted him, I'm sure he will come. But let's. We're just talking. What might happen. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that's a guy I would want.
Yeah. Can I carry on?
Yeah. Carry on. I had to say that about Zidane. Yeah.
Yeah. So my theory on Tuchel's back four yesterday, I understand that certain players will not be suited to the back four, but then what do you do really when you want to change formations going into a game? You train on it. But as I keep saying time and time again, every single space, we don't train well. We don't even, our training is just not good enough. Even on YouTube, I don't even see enough hard work compared to other teams. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I understand people who will say, oh, we need to get him his full squad, his full this. But then if you look at it, there's players that don't want to play for you. If their players are not playing well, it's not easy to drop them. Play the players that want to fight for this badge. Do you get what I'm saying? And train with them on this new system. Don't be playing let's pass in circles. Let's play gladiator. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's play piggy in the middle. No, that's not going to help nothing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Certified, sorry to interrupt, but I'm getting battery warnings now. Listen, right? Whatever system, right, you're going to play, whether it's a back three or a back four. I don't subscribe to this nonsense, right? Rudiger is playing in a back four, right, at Real Madrid. And, right, he was the one who was being singled out. He can't play in a back four. These guys are internationals. Yeah, the defence is a totally different situation from further up the field, right? You can play in the back four, you can play in the back three, or whatever. Either way, whichever one you play, you need a DM who's going to do his job, right? Now, you look at Makelele, I know the game's changed a bit since then, but whenever one of the wing full-backs went forward, right, Makelele, right, was covering that behind them. He could get it from one side of the pitch to the other. He only went sideways most of the time, right? Jorginho, right? He's easily bypassed. He's easily pressed. Can't win the ball in the air. Can't tackle, right? I can't see what the hell he gives. He just passes sideways and backwards. And when he goes forward, the ball either goes to a defender of the opposition or it runs out of the pitch. Only once in the blue moon. Huh? Yeah, only once in the blue moon. Bro. Yeah, only once in the blue moon does he find a forward, right? Once in the blue moon. And he did it with Havertz against Newcastle, and he did it twice with Werner against Southampton. But if he's going to be playing that role, he needs to do it far more often. I can't cope. And what I can't cope with is every time someone gets anywhere near him, he sticks his backside out and looks for the free kick, right? And you're not always going to get that. But the final straw for me was last night, right? Half time, when that guy who it was flicked the ball at his face and he rolled around like he'd been shot, right? And he was moaning like hell. I tell you what, Max, Nick, and Bobby, yeah, you'll remember this. You won't remember this, but you'll remember Tony DeRico, right? Yeah. I was at two games, one at Orient, the pre-season, and the other one at Walsall in a cup game, right? And I got hit full flush in the face from Tony DeRico pile drivers when he was warming up, right? Full face, right? And he was quite close as well. And I didn't go down wincing and rolling around like a ponce, right? That was ridiculous. And he made himself.
He made himself. Was funny last night.
He made himself look an idiot. He made himself look a total idiot last night.
Yeah, right? He's laughing and
I was
joking.
Like, get off the pitch, man.
Yeah, he needs to be dropped.
If I was the manager, I'll take him off and throw him away. You can't do that.
We're stuck
I
with
think
him.
Can I
like,
say
You're not going to
something?
get
Can I
rid of
say
him by
something, please?
tomorrow.
yeah.
You won't get rid of him by tomorrow. He's someone. He is someone who should be training with the under-23s. Jorginho, right?
Thank you.
He should be playing under-23s. Go and bring, right? Keep Billy, keep Ampadu, forget Spezia, right? Bring Harvey Vale in as well. He sat on the bench. You had 3 players on the bench last night, and what we needed was some fresh blood who were willing to put their necks
We-
on the line. And
we
you didn't
had
use
four-
any
And
of
Stav,
Thanks.
let me tell you something. You know,
Yeah, go.
Jorginho. Jorginho is in a position at the moment where his market value is high. Do you get what I'm saying? Because people around the world see him as his 3rd Ballon d'Or contender,
doing
even the
Rudiger,
other
innit?
teams, and they're willing to pay 50 million plus for this guy, bro.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
certified. He's going to do what Rudiger did, right? He's going to stretch it out, and he'll go for a free to Italy, get a nice big fat signing on fee, right, and go to some club he wants to go to, right?
Yeah, man.
Someone, I think it was Trezeguet, whatever his name, earlier on said that the players' mentality, when they mentioned Sarri. Sarri was there for 1 season, right? He was using us as a stop-off before he went to Juventus. So he was using the club as well. And he decided to leave. He didn't leave because the players weren't playing for him or they wanted him out or any of that stuff. People need to look at each case individually. Jose lasted, right, started the 4th season in his first spell, and he was into his 3rd season, right, in his 2nd spell, right? The first time he didn't lose the players, he fell out with Roman because of the crap that Avram Grant went out and bought, right? And that's why that finished. But this mentality that the players, right? The players, like, they played for Jose, right? But there was an atmosphere there, like I said earlier on, which Max agreed to first time around. Because Jose wasn't happy, the players are not going to be happy. They weren't not playing for him, they just weren't as happy as he wasn't, right? And it just festered. They could feel he wasn't happy, so they weren't happy. But with Lampard, right, he mistreated players, right? He scapegoated players, and that's creeping in now as well, right? Conte, he got the bullets because he started making demands and he was like being the big I am, right? Carlo, maybe you could make a case for that he was harshly treated, right? But as Certified, I think, said, he got found out. Italian managers tend to get found out rather quickly in the Premier League, right? Now, I'm not saying sack Tuchel. I'm saying give him whatever players he wants. Let him go out there, right? But he also needs to change his ways and get players back on side, right? And that's just as vital as making signings, because you can bring 5, 6 players in, but if the other 19 are not playing for you, right, 25-man squad, you're in trouble. So you have to massage certain people's egos player-wise. Some of them need an arm round them. Some of them need their ass kicking, and the ones who need their ass kicking will accept it. But when some of them, I mean, what he did to Billy Gilmore, like I've been off him since America when he sent Gilmore and Harvey Vale away. Why was
so
it such
was
a big
I.
deal?
If you remember stuff, I was the same as you.
What was such a big deal? What was such a big deal about keeping them with him?
Yeah.
Right, and how were they going to prove themselves to him if they get sent off to
what
the
was the point
23s?
taking them for nothing? That's unforgivable. Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
going.
let's welcome
I'm
Bobby
going.
as well to the stream.
Evening, Bobby.
Hi.
I've got to go. My battery's going flat.
Yeah,
All right,
evening.
you carry on. We welcome Bobby after. Yeah, go. Let's start finish.
No, I'm done. I'm
Are you
done.
done now?
Right?
Can I ask everyone a question? Just everyone a question.
One second. Let's welcome Bobby as well. Certified, finish your point because you were talking about something. Then we can bring Bobby in as well.
Okay then. Guys, just a little question from everyone before Stavs goes. What do you think about Chalobah in the DM?
at this point in time, absolutely. You need the
Yep.
physicality.
Yeah,
He doesn't
same.
have the he doesn't have the quality for a DM, but we've got nothing else, and he's certainly better than having Jorginho in there. Tuchel has
Yeah,
to do
like
something.
at this point, there's literally like no other choice. If he's not going to play Gilmore, then if he's going to favour Chalobah, then he might as well play him in the DM.
Yeah. Bobby, I said to Max earlier on, right, that Max would be better in that position than Jorginho. He's a lightweight, right, and he's just garbage. I've said it. I finally said it. I've tried to avoid calling him garbage, right, and tried to give up reasons why I don't like him in that position, right. Garbage is a bit rude, I suppose. Too light, too soft, too slow, can't win a ball properly, always looking for free kicks. He needs to go. Send him to the under-23s, right? In fact, let him go and train with the women, right? Because they beat the under-18s the other day, didn't they?
Lord, don't disrespect the women. The women will
The
do better
women
than him
have
in that
better
DM.
players, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah.
Right.
So that's
Catch you all later. I've got to go. My battery's gone. Right, it's
all
going.
right. Come back. Go and recharge your battery.
Right, in a bit stuff.
Yeah.
Well, although I've been on a lot, I wasn't planning to come on. Right?
No, I know you wasn't, but thanks for coming. But go and recharge your battery if you want to come back.
Yeah. Well, if you're still on,
we'll be on.
I'll come back.
We're still early yet, very early.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to be on for much longer. But
yeah, all right, Max. Go ahead, Max.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, at the moment I'm watching this Arsenal match with my boy, and I'm enjoying. I hate to say it, but I'm enjoying this football. I'm enjoying it because
they're winning 1-0 now.
They're playing a good brand of football. Erling Haaland,
like honestly, I love their football.
Erling Haaland has just scored as many goals in August as our strikers scored all season. Make that in August, he scored more goals than any of our strikers scored all season. Yeah, I remember Bobby talking about this, saying just pay whatever it takes. I was saying that the package was high, but he's probably right. Just pay whatever it takes because it's worth it. It's worth it. What Manchester City are seeing now is okay. They didn't pay as much for him, but he was open to joining us apparently, but we deemed the package too high. He'll pay for itself because this boy, if he was playing for us, he could be, that guy we need to score those goals that we're badly missing.
And you're about
Max, 1 minute to stop. Yeah, but at the time, don't forget, his agent, God bless him, he's dead now. But he wanted silly money as well. That's what stopped us.
The problem. I just put a quick asterisk on that, right? Problem is, right? You're right. His agent made it unworkable. Nobody went for him last year anyway, right? The problem we had was when he became available, his new agent, Pini Zahavi, right, who's a good friend of Roman, but we got sanctioned. I'm not saying he would have come, but I'm sure if Roman had a good chat with Pini Zahavi, there might have been a chance. And they would have gone for that at that fee, right? So, but unfortunately for us, that's the way it went. We were sanctioned and couldn't do anything. Same thing with Rudiger, which is why I'm cheesed off with Rudiger. Right, he was still contracted to us till June the 30th, signed a contract with them in April. Could have waited for Bowley. Right, so I'm not falling for all this garbage he came out with in his farewell message. Right, I can't be doing with that. But we could have had Haaland if we hadn't been sanctioned and Roman was still in charge, right? Because his agent's now Zahavi and they're good mates. Remember, Zahavi was employed by Roman and he had cancer and he offered his resignation and Roman said to him, no, you carry on working for my club, I'll carry on paying you and you come back when you're ready.
That's another big factor, yes. I remember. I mean, it was a few things. We couldn't get Haaland, but
I know the money was high at the time.
Yeah,
and
the
wages
money and
were high,
these
financially. Yeah.
you know, his agent, you know what he wanted, crazy money.
Talking, you were 600,
yeah.
700 million.
Yeah.
Right, that was ridiculous.
It wasn't to be, but we have to move on. Since they've got Haaland, we're still
but
rebuilding.
We're starving for a striker.
We're starving, I know. Max, we've been in worse situations. Max, you know yourself, Sav knows, Bobby knows.
David
We've been in very
Livingston, I
bad,
remember those days. Yeah.
much worse than this. This is nothing compared to what we had to go through. You know, watching Chelsea
and
when we were
your
young.
Geordie friend, Stav, Joe Allen, remember him? You're talking bad strikers, and you're looking at people like that.
I remember when he got 4 goals. Remember when he got 4 goals in one match? Joe Allen, I forgot who he was.
4 in a game.
He scored 4. Yeah.
In one game.
Against, I forgot who it was. I was at the game.
I remember he scored an overhead kick once, but I can't remember him scoring 4.
He got 4 goals one time, and he wasn't.
You're thinking of someone else. It wasn't Joe Allen. He never.
No, he was. Was it Allen? No, he wasn't Allen. He was a ex-Tottenham player. Sorry.
Gordon Jury.
No, not Gordon Jury. Gordon Jury was something else. We had he came from Tottenham.
Mark
great player for Tottenham. Remember what's his?
Clive Allen.
Clive Allen. That's it. Clive Allen.
Clive Allen.
Yeah. He's the one who got 4 goals.
Yeah.
Anyway, go
on. Yeah, but what I was saying is,
Right, Nick, are you doing the thing on Friday for the pre-game?
Yeah, of course we are. We are. Yeah. We're gonna start doing more streams slowly but surely. I'm hoping to get a laptop soon. It's gonna be a lot better.
You guys, I got some news.
Yeah, go on.
Newcastle go 1-0 up against Liverpool.
Yeah, I predicted a 1-1 draw in that
game.
Was it
Isaac who scored? Isak, was it him? Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is, football is, for me, football isn't I'm not enjoying watching Chelsea at the minute. And what going on from what Stav was saying, I'm watching this Arsenal team, right? And they've got a guy called Odegaard. Yeah, Odegaard is playing as a 10. If Havertz was playing in a similar situation to Odegaard, then I think we'll be getting a lot more from Havertz. Because he's in that number 10 role, he's just creating, he's running the show in that position. If they played him as a false 9, he's not getting that sort of input. They're playing the players in their rightful position, and you're seeing how they look like a proper team. Yeah, and that's what I'd want to see with our guys. Arteta came in the same time as Tuchel. But you're seeing an identity with them. You're seeing an improvement in them. We haven't. We had that little bounce. We had that bounce when we won the Champions League. But since then, we haven't seen any improvement. If anything, we've gone downhill. If you look at last season, we beat Southampton 6-0. This season, we were very poor against them. So, and if our form actually, if you take the last 10 games of the last season and then this season, this relegation is it was exactly scored actually, on his debut. So we are this is relegation form. If you look at it, it's relegation form. It's not a form for somebody who's looking at trying to get into the top 4 or whatever, and that's worrying for me. And was it was talking before Trezeguet, I think it was, which I said before, it's not the fact that we're losing, it's the manner of our defeats and our performances, our abject performances, and the way we're playing is not good for me. I watch football for entertainment as well. First of all, to win, and then to be entertained. If you're not winning and you're not getting entertained, then it is a hard watch. But obviously, I'll stick with the team because that's what we do. I'm a supporter. I'm not gonna, I'll stick with them through thick and thin. But I'm just hoping that things can turn around at the moment, because as it's looking at the moment, I just can't see us finishing in the top 4. So Nick, what is your prediction now? Because you did say that we were going to finish second. Now, having seen the first 5 games of the season,
it's still, Max,
what are you
looking early? I know. I said City, Chelsea.
I know it's
Liverpool.
early days.
Tottenham. It's still early days. I'm hoping Tuchel, gets his mindset right, thinks more, go somewhere in a dark room and just think what you're doing. Think these great youngsters you have on the bench, and just play them, give them a chance. If he does that, I'll be pleased. Even if he fails, I'll be pleased if he does it. But at the moment, it's looking very hard. Like you said, it'd be a struggle to get in the top four the way we're playing. But I'm sure it's going to change. I'm keeping to my prediction. Like I said, with second, I'm sticking to it because it's still early days. You can't keep changing predictions. I made it at the start. I have to keep it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just want Tuchel to get it right, and and bring the fans back. The way they were before. But we still, if you go to the bridge, everyone's backing him. He has his flag in the shed, and the maestro Tuchel. Everyone's behind him. Just think a bit more. When they're not informed, you drop the player. Doesn't matter who he is. Don't have your favorite players, Havertz, Mount, Mendy. That's what it looks like to everyone at the moment, and it's not right. Yeah, Max. I want to put Certified wants to do his ratings right now because he has to go soon, and we go
because
back.
I need to go now. So
yeah. I know Certified. Go ahead.
So I'm giving Mendy 5. Actually, no, 4. I'm gonna give Koulibaly 6. I'm giving Thiago Silva 8. I'm giving Aspi 3.5. I'm giving Cucurella. He tried, but he gets a 6.5. I'm going Jorginho 1. I'm going Mount 1. Loftus-Cheek wasn't that great, 3. Sterling 8 as well. Havertz 0. He's ungradable.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all, really.
That's the thing. I can't see a rating in this guy.
It's very
I really
hard.
Can't.
It's hard, but I understand what you're saying. But
he doesn't get rated. He's a U for me. He's ungradable. Unrateable, basically. I'm being honest.
Yeah, I know you have to be honest. You have to say what you feel.
Yeah. ZH6. I will give, I think, our best substitutes. I think their highest rating should be the 6. I'm giving Brozier 5. He came on, he showed a lot of work, but he's a player that should be starting. I can't lie. Cover, although he came back from injury, he gets a 7. For him to get this team forward and look dangerous, although he's come back from injury, is incredible.
Yeah, he was good, actually. He was. Yeah.
Honestly. But I'm done now. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
You have to go.
It was a great stream, as always.
Yeah. All right. If you have to go, we'll be back on Friday doing the West Ham preview. Anyway, I will let you know. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to be there then. But if I can't, I'll text you. But it depends because I'll be in Belgium for like 10 hours.
Oh, all right.
But then
Belgium. Okay.
It depends. Because
you go and find Hazard for us and bring him back?
Yeah. I'll go find Hazard.
I said go and find Eden Hazard and go through Spain. Then if he's not there, go to Belgium and bring him back, please.
Yep, I know for a fact he's not in Spain. He's probably in Belgium eating. So I'll probably meet him in a restaurant. So
I bet even Eden Hazard will do a better job right now. I'm telling you.
Good food, wonderful.
I'll tell him.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we were thinking
but
to bring him
anyways,
back.
I have to see you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Take care,
All right. Cheers, sir.
Yeah.
Take care.
I'll probably be back in London, but I'll let you know. But if I'm back in London, it'll probably be late. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, but I'll definitely be there for the review. So yeah.
Yeah, the preview for the West Ham. Yeah. Okay.
No, review. The review, post-match review. After the
West Ham game, Yeah, we're going to do all that, yeah, of course. All right, take care, yeah?
All right, take care. Bye, everyone. Tasky and Max. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Good night.
Good night, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want my
It's
ratings?
that's Bobby. Sorry.
You want my ratings?
Yeah. Go
Hello?
ahead, Max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
Can you hear
give
me?
Mendy. Yeah, I can hear you now. I'll give Mendy a 5.
No.
Aspie a 3. Cucurella 6. Koulibaly 5. I'll give Silva an 8. Loftus Cheeks 5. Jorginho 2. Mason Mount 3. Ziyech 6. Sterling 7. And who have I missed? Cucurella, is
Havertz.
it?
Havertz.
Oh,
Cucurella.
Havertz was missing. That's why I probably missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a 1. Yeah. No, he
What?
gets a 2 actually, because I'll give him a
Yeah.
2 because he gave the assist before the assist. That's the only thing
Yeah.
he did actually.
That's
For
the
the
only
goal.
thing. What do you say about Mason Mount? How many?
I gave him a 3 for his assist because he assisted the
Yeah,
goal.
for the
Wasn't
first half,
Yeah.
I thought he was going to come really good when he started. I was saying to me, my son, how, Mount looks like he's getting back, and as soon as we said that, he changed. Unbelievable. I don't know. Yeah, I understand your ratings. Trezeguet, give us your ratings.
All right. My ratings are pretty much the same as what you guys are saying mostly. The only difference is that I'm gonna rate Jorginho a 1 because for me he really let me down and I can't get past it. So the only difference is that Jorginho gets a 1 in my book.
Yeah. What about the others?
Oh, Mendy, what can I say? Dude was playing as a 3. Thiago Silva, definitely 8 or 8.5. Aspie, I'll give him a 4. Mount, I'll give him a 3. I think it's fair. It's a fair rating. Havertz, the 2. Who's the other guy? Sterling, right? 8.5.
Yeah, he was all right, Sterling. Yeah.
Yeah. Ziyech is looking kind of bright. I gave him a 5. Who else? Cucurella, this guy, fantastic. Just that the system is letting him down a bit. I'll give him a 5.5 for effort. Who else? Did I leave anyone out? I think I got all of them right.
Aspilicueta.
Oh, Aspie, I said a 4.
Oh, you said 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said everyone. Yeah, I'll give you mine. So Mendy, all right, he made that save. I mean, he wasn't like that shot. He was hard, but he should have got a better hand to it. He got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough. For a big man like him, he should be saving it. Second goal, he couldn't help. It was went off Koulibaly. That was unstoppable for any goalkeeper. But overall, he was very careful not to pass the ball wrong. He wasn't doing any dribbling, anything like that. But for me, I didn't want him to start, really. I still think he should be on the bench. I'm going to give him 5 for Mendy. Yeah. And let's move on to Cucurella. Cucurella was running like, always does. Always tries for me. He wasn't bad at all, really. It's not his fault we lost. So for me, he had an average game. I'll give him 6. Cucurella 6. Thiago Silva, again, man of the match for Chelsea, as always. Yeah, he gets I'll give him a 9, just for that flick, that unbelievable flick he did off the line. Who else could do that? That was unbelievable. So he gets a 9 best player for us. Aspie, Aspie's getting on now. He's showing, he can't play 90 minutes. He's better to come up from the bench and play last 20 minutes when we need him. So I don't blame him, but I have to give him a 5 as well. And moving on to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he was trying. He is improving, but he's, like Max said, he's injury prone, and then it's a bad injury again. It's a shame because he was just getting back to his old self. He was trying to give Ruben 6. Yeah, so let's move. Jorginho, terrible. I'm not going to give him a 0 like Certified did. I'll give him a 3, I think. Yeah, 3. That's being really generous. Yeah, and who we have? Jorginho, Mason Mount. He started well, like I said. I thought he's going to come good, but second half he disappeared, completely disappeared. God. So for me, he gets the same. No, I think Jorginho, he wasn't much better than Jorginho, really. I mean, both of them. I'll give him 3.5 for Mason Mount. Yeah. And moving up, Havertz, terrible again. Terrible. I think a 2 is generous. I'll give him a 2. And Raheem Sterling, he tried his best. He got the goal. We should have gone on from there and win. We thought we were going to go and win this game after that goal, but it wasn't to be. But it wasn't Sterling's fault. He tries. I like the way he's coming into our team. It's just he needs a proper striker out there, not proper number 9. That's what we need. So let's hope we get one. But it's going to be hard now to get any player now. Tomorrow is the last day. Let's see what happens. But for me, Sterling has to get an 8. Yeah. So I don't match.
Apparently, we've bid for Sangari now, so we'll bid. We're leaving it late to bid for holding midfield. We had all.
We were looking at him before. Why?
Yeah, we went all summer to look for a DM. Now we're scratching around.
Yeah, because Tuchel
5-0 Man City now.
God.
5-0 to Man City.
5-0 again. God, 4-5.
Alvarez
this is good for my FPL team.
Oh,
Alvarez scored.
It's not good for us. City moving away. Arsenal.
But we're not going to. We had no hope in catching them this season.
No, the way it's going, God. My prediction is going to be very hard.
Man City will probably win the league by Christmas. Man City are going to win the league before the World Cup, I reckon.
It looks like it. Even Arsenal, don't forget Arsenal, they're going to be 8 points.
Forget Arsenal. Arsenal were going to...
Arsenal ain't going to win the league, but
they'll fall by the wayside.
What about
Liverpool?
Tottenham?
If Liverpool don't pull back, Tottenham are 1 up.
That's still 1-0. Only 1-0.
Liverpool are 1 down. So
that's good. That's the only good news. Oh God, I can't believe it, chaps. I can't believe what's going on.
But that was going to be embarrassing. If Manchester United win tomorrow, then they'll be above us. And remember, Man United were the team people were laughing at a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
but yet they'll be a point above us if they win their game.
We're gonna be the laughing stock of the league again. I'm afraid.
Exactly.
Oh God. I don't want to see those Arsenal fans taking they already started, but I don't want to watch them.
If we lose to West Ham, though, that'll be the final straw.
Don't say that. We can't afford to lose to West Ham. We have to do. We have to play like we did with. I think we should just bring on 10 men and do the Leicester game again.
We're gonna have to. What? It looks like we're gonna. Even if we did get Aubameyang across the line, then we're still gonna have to stick with Havertz for the next 2 or 3 games, unless he has faith in Broha.
Yeah, unless he gives him a chance.
Yeah, because Aubameyang's broken his jaw, hasn't he? So he's going to be out for 3 weeks.
He got robbed. Yeah, they broke his jaw. I heard. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
It's like
a nightmare what's happening with Chelsea right now. nightmare.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, Max. What can we do? We have to carry on. You know, we're Chelsea fans. You know, win, lose or draw, we always follow Chelsea. Like you have, I have through the years. We've seen worse, a lot worse, and because we've seen so much worse, you know, we're not worried that some young fans like Certified, Tess agree. You know, some fans are really the young ones. They can't take it because they haven't seen anything worse like we have. So I don't
Can you
blame them.
imagine if they're watching it in the 80s, they'll slit their wrist by now. I think half of them would have.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, when we went down, imagine what they're gonna. When we were third from bottom,
there'll be multiple suicides being reported online.
Remember when we were third from bottom in Division
Suicide
2,
watch.
and we just about survived. We just survived not to go
Clive
down.
Walker, wasn't it? Clive Walker scored those 2 goals.
You know, that was unbelievable that time, and I was going to every game, but it was you know, we had great times since Roman, before Roman. Even I must say, with Ken Bates. Ken Bates come in and he started the whole thing. Glenn Hoddle. Never forget Glenn Hoddle. God, you know, he turned us into a different outfit.
No, I tell you what. No, the one who started it all was John Neal, mate.
Yeah, John Neal was great. John Neal. Yeah, don't forget John Neal. Yeah, he was.
Because when you talk about managers, and that's what it makes me talk. Everyone's talking about Pep Guardiola as the best man. No, he's not. People like John Neal I rate as a better manager than Pep Guardiola. The reason is he took us from a relegation team. He's built a team with players like all these players he brought in. People like Pat Nevin. Who had heard of Pat Nevin before? Joe McLaughlin, Nigel Spatman, Kerry Dixon. So he built a team. He built a team that got into the top 6.
Exactly.
Pep Guardiola he's a smart manager. I'll say he's the smartest manager, but I won't say he's the best manager because he's a tech side.
You say, you know, overall in your lifetime, you know, even Dave Sexton is up there.
If you're looking at best managers in my life, I look at people like Brian Clough. He took a provincial team like Nottingham Forest and won 2 leagues with them. You look at slightly before my time, but you've got to look at Bill Shankly because Bill Shankly built Liverpool to what they were.
He was unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. You know, they built teams. Alex Ferguson as well, because remember Manchester United were near the relegation zone when he took over. They were.
I remember, Max. Yeah, he done the great.
That's what I'm saying. But so take a team who are already good. Pep's taken a team from first to first
because they had money. He could buy great players. It's different.
No, but I'm saying he's always taken. The only team you could say that he's sort of kind of he's not really kind of because Rijkaard built that Barcelona team, and then he just added to it.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying about when you certified mentioned Zidane. Zidane had great.
Exactly. Zidane. Yeah, it was once Ronaldo left that. That's why Zidane started to against us when we played them in the League Cup. The Champions League. When we played him in the Champions League, thing was he didn't have any tactics. What's his name? Was far superior tactically. Our manager was far superior tactically than Zidane. But
you see what Bobby's saying. Better get Alvarez and
Sangari.
Better late than never. Yeah, let's hope, Bobby.
If we can get at least one of them through the door.
At least.
Had we got one of them we got one of these guys at the beginning of the season, then we would be unbeaten. I'll tell you that already. That's how much I think that position is important. I wouldn't have seen us. Leeds United wouldn't have dominated us in midfield, and yesterday against Southampton we wouldn't have got dominated. We had a bit of muscle in the middle of the park.
You
Yeah,
know, that's
go
why
on,
I
go on,
think that it
Tracy.
was absolutely painful for Petacek to leave us, because the
Oh,
way we went all in on defense is absolutely outrageous. I mean, a club like Chelsea, we could have been signing at least one attacker, one midfielder, one defender, something, multiple deals all at the same time. But this thing of like all of us going, like the whole team, the whole negotiating team going for one player or a
Hold on.
particular section
Aston Villa have just
is kind of
equalised.
crazy.
1 minute, Aston Villa have just equalised direct from
thank
a
God
corner.
for that. Sorry about I know your son supports Arsenal, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
had
happy. I don't
you know,
care. It's not.
I have this game 1-1 on the Super Six. I have
Direct from a
1-1.
corner. He
I have
scored straight from a
Liverpool.
corner as well.
Yeah, I have Liverpool
Oh no,
1-1.
VAR looking at it. Hold
Oh
on, guys,
no!
don't get excited yet.
Oh shit! No,
VAR looking at it.
Yeah, tell us what's going on, Gone.
Oh come on, he's just standing his ground. If VAR disallow this, all he's doing is standing in front of the goalkeeper. He's not pushing him
All
or
he's doing is
anything.
standing in front of the goalkeeper.
He's standing in front of the goalkeeper. He's not.
Ah,
He's in front of the goalkeeper.
they have
He's
to give it.
holding
Then.
his ground. He
They
has
have
to
to
give it.
give. They have to give it, don't they? God.
He's checking it. What's he checking? What is he checking? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely.
This is
If
what I
they
like
disallow
VAR.
this, he is
This is
standing
classic.
right in front of the goalkeeper. He's
Oh
not
God.
impeding him in any way. He's standing in front of him.
Shit.
It's right. He's holding his ground.
I
He's
can't
just
believe it.
standing in front of him.
So what's that? Is it
Hold
disallowed?
on. Is he holding his back? Is he holding his back?
Is
The
it
only
chalked
thing
up?
is he may be holding his back. That's the only thing. Oh no, they've given it. I think have they given it? Yeah, they've given it. They've given it.
Thank God
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
what they couldn't. They couldn't
Here
do
we go.
anything because all
Sorry,
he was
Max.
doing.
Sorry, Max Junior, but I
Yeah,
have a prediction 1-1.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't want Arsenal to win. I don't care about my son. He should be supporting Chelsea anyway.
Yeah, your other son. I like your other
So
son. You're supposed to
exactly,
Chelsea. Yeah,
exactly. So
you know,
if they lose, it's not my. I don't care if they lose. Alright.
it's like
So
why is he? I don't understand. Where did he get the Arsenal from? And your other
he just
son's
wanted to be
supposed to.
different. He just wanted to be
Huh?
different. He said he
Yeah,
just wanted to be an awkward son. He said he wanted to be
yeah.
different.
He's the oldest, isn't he?
Yeah, he wants to be
Yeah, I
different.
see.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh
No,
no! Oh no! Oh no! They've gone back and straight away.
the squad.
Oh no!
Oh God,
Ridiculous!
that's my Super Six going up the drain.
Ridiculous! Poor
Oh God.
defending again. The goalkeeper. He used to play for Arsenal, and it shows. He's just gifted them 2 goals.
Unbelievable.
He's gifted them. Martinez has gifted them 2
Crazy.
goals. Ridiculous.
And he was a good keeper at one stage.
Yeah, the first goal he just palmed it straight out to Jesus, and then this one if you thought Mendy was bad today, he got a strong palm on it. He should be saving this. Oh come on! How did he? It's got to
I
be.
think Villa will struggle to stay up this year.
Villa look poor.
You know who's
What
going
is this
down for?
goalkeeper doing? He's a joke.
Yeah, he's.
This goalkeeper is a joke.
I'm not
He was
watching it, but
right
I
in
hear
the.
what you're saying.
No, but he was right in the. It came right down his throat. Oh, what is he doing? If you saw Mendy doing that, you guys would be having a. Oh man. Oh, you don't play for Arsenal anymore, mate. What are you doing that for? Oh. No, it's not good character. It's shocking goalkeeping, Elijah. Elijah's saying it's his character. This goalkeeper is shocking.
Yeah. Oh God, man. Yeah, it's a shame, but Villa. For me, Everton or Villa are going to go down. One of them will
One
go
of the
down
big boys are going
with
down. Yeah, I
Bournemouth,
reckon
and
Bournemouth are
Leicester.
down already. Bournemouth are down.
Well, it's early, yeah, but
Yeah.
I think Bournemouth, Leicester,
No, Bournemouth
Everton, and Villa, they're going to fight for it.
Bournemouth are down.
Yeah. What do you think of Leicester?
I think Leicester will be okay because I think they've still got some good players. Remember, okay, they haven't bought a lot, but I still think they. Remember, a couple of seasons ago, they were top 40, or challenging for the top 4, and they haven't bought anyone in, but they still haven't got rid of people. Remember, Maddison's still a good player.
Yeah, but he's not playing. He's not playing as good as he was. He's another one.
He is. But remember, he got injured. He got injured the other day.
Yeah, he wants to leave as well, Max. He wants to.
No,
he's
not
another
going to
one.
go now. He's not going. He's not going.
Not now. Yeah.
They're only going to sell one of their big players, and probably Tielemans, because Tielemans is
Another
only
one
on
is
his
not
last year of
happy.
his
He's not
contract.
happy either.
Yeah, Tielemans is on the last year of the contract, but I can see Maddison staying this season at least. But he'll probably go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's going to be a hard struggle at the bottom. It's going to be Everton, Villa. I think Bournemouth for sure. I think Fulham are going to be okay, and Nottingham Forest.
West Ham have just equalised, which is good. 1-1.
Okay, good. I don't want Tottenham to win. Yeah, that's another 1-1 I put. Someone's going to score probably. Yeah, and so Bobby, I don't know what Bobby's doing. He's gone back to the office.
He's at work. He said he's at work, so he can't.
Yeah, he's texting us. He wants Edison Alvarez. Yeah, we all do, Bobby. We want anyone.
Yeah.
Really.
Any DM. I'll just take any DM.
Anyone,
is
decent.
And
we want anyone, but give Billy Gilmore a chance, please. That's what I say.
But apparently, I'm hearing that he's joining Brighton.
Who?
Close to Brighton. Gilmore.
No. Is he?
Yeah. That's
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable. You know, we're going to live to regret that. You watch. Like we did with the Livramento, the other left wing back. What's his name? He's at Brighton. The young,
we're talking about
Lamptey.
You know, he's a great player. We let you go with some great youngsters. We let him go, but I don't know. It's up to Tuchel. He's the boss now. Let's see what he does. Yeah. Anything else, chap? Go ahead if you want to say anything. Tesagi, you haven't said a lot, really.
Well, all I just want to say is that since we're taking this approach of judging Tuchel until like the end of the season, all I want to say is that sometimes to save the rainforest, you have to kill a few elephants. And sometimes those elephants are players who we hold dearly. But if those players are playing mediocre football, they're average at best, then they don't deserve to be in the squad. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of mediocrity, whatever the word is.
Mediocre. Yeah.
Mediocre players, exactly. Mediocre players, like, yes, I really want to see them like put it in, it must be a clear distinction that it's the manager's fault, you know what I mean? But on the player side, I really want to see mediocre players being talked off this Chelsea team. And let's save the rainforest. Let's save this Chelsea rainforest. And
I mean, there's nothing much we can do as fans. We just follow the team. We back the team. Even when we're playing bad, I always support the team. But something has to change. And like I keep saying, let's see what he does against West Ham. We will discuss that, on the preview on Friday probably. Max, any last thoughts? Oh, Max is gone. Yeah, Max is gone anyway. Yeah, I agree what you're saying. We have no choice, have we? We have to wait and see. Give him, it's only 5 games, but we're way behind Arsenal already. City, Liverpool. We're not so far. We're not far behind with Liverpool because. Hold on a minute. Someone sent me something. A message.
Max is back.
Oh, Max is back. Yeah, I see. Yeah, let's put Max back. Yeah, Yeah, I can't put him back now. What's he done, Matt? Oh, there he is. Huh? Yeah, I can't even.
For real?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, I got him now.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, I was responding to a text message because I'm talking on
That's
the
all
phone
right.
at the minute.
Yeah, I was
And then
asking for your final thoughts for
final
today.
thoughts. Well,
Yeah.
It's still early days, isn't it? Let's face it. It's early days, and at the moment, I remember last season where Arsenal fans are getting gassed at the minute because they're probably going to have a 100% record after 4 games. But remember last season, up till Christmas, we were 4 points ahead, and everyone was talking about us for the league. But the good thing about the Premier League is that you have to play in all conditions, all weather. You have to cope with injuries, which Arsenal haven't had yet. We've had our injuries. Hopefully, we haven't. Hopefully we. Yeah, okay. Elijah's saying they've had injuries, but not as much as we have had. But anyway, it's the thing about the Premier League. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon, and it's there to test you. And obviously, I can't see us finishing ahead of Man City, but if we can get in the DM, I said it before, and I'm putting out a video. It should be out soon. I'm going to put it out after this football. Just finishing editing it, but this video I did was focusing on DMs. This was before I heard the news that we're going to be after 2 DMs. I said if we don't get in a DM, then I can't see us finishing in the top 4. If we can get in a DM and the striker by tomorrow, then I think if results can pick up and we get back in a bit of form, then we are still the 3rd best team out there. I think.
Oh yeah,
On paper, we are the 3rd best team out there. But we need to prove it because football is not played on paper; it's played on the pitch itself. So get those 2 people in. Along, obviously, we've got Fofana through the door. Get a bit of confidence back in. Get our injured players back in, and I feel that we can still, have a say this season. That's not for the league, but have a say in the top 4 and maybe win a cup competition.
I hope so. That's what my prediction is.
Yeah.
You're right, Max. I agree with you 100%. Both of you, really. Yeah. Anyway, I think we've said it all tonight. We are very frustrated at the moment, like every Chelsea fan should be. But this is football, so you have to take the losses, the draws, and everything. You can't just keep winning. It doesn't. You can't go on winning forever. And we're being spoiled lately with Roman. The last years, we've been spoiled a lot, winning Champions League again. That never used to happen in my day. We couldn't even win the League Cup or the FA Cup. It took years.
You know what? In my lifetime, after
Max,
because I went 20. You were more fortunate than me, Nick, because you're a little bit older. So you saw us win the FA Cup in 1970.
Oh God, that's still my best ever game ever. You told me Champions League finals. Oh, it was great to win in Munich, great to beat City, but that FA Cup means more than anything.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying because I started supporting them after that. When I started supporting Chelsea were they got relegated. The first season I started supporting Chelsea, we got relegated in 1976 or 77 or whatever it was.
Yeah, 70.
When I first started
78, 77, yeah.
77. That's when I first started supporting them.
Right.
I just wanted us to even make a final. I was just desperate to just even get to Wembley because I'd never seen us. We got to Wembley in that ZDS Cup or that.
Yeah, the full members cup.
But even that wasn't because it wasn't like it was like a little Mickey Mouse Cup for teams.
Yeah, it was.
But that's a major tournament. And even when we went to Manchester United, we got beat 4-0 in the FA Cup final. I said at least we got to the FA Cup final. And that was what I wished for. And then, as you said, always your first one's the most precious, and the first one.
It's precious. You know what? It's precious.
I was at Wembley
because
that
was precious because we waited so long for a trophy.
Yeah.
All right, we won the League Cup in '65, but that FA Cup at Wembley against Leeds, the replay, is one of the best matches ever. For me, it is the best for me. Oh, I
Yeah.
never forget. I
And
keep playing that. You know how many times I've watched
yeah.
it, rewatch it, millions. I'll never get fed up
Yeah.
with it. Never.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
And yeah, for me, it was that the game of the Middlesbrough game,
yeah.
because I was at that game, and that's the
So
first
was I.
trophy I've ever
Yeah.
witnessed. And
Yeah.
the Di Matteo's goal in the first few minutes of that goal, and then the
Yeah.
season after we played Middlesbrough again at Wembley. I went to that one as well, and we beat them 2-0
We
as
beat
well
them again.
in
Yeah.
that game. Yeah, yeah. So then I
Yeah.
got the taste of winning, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but it was. I thought, okay, we've won a few cups. I thought, okay, we're going to be a cup team.
Yeah.
But
It's
then
different.
never,
With
never.
you know, you
Yeah.
came a bit later than me. For me, it was all, you know, the struggling in the first division. You know, in the beginning, in the 70s, we were great. We finished third. We could have won the league with that Tommy Docherty team, with Dave Sexton's team. But we were unfortunate.
Yeah.
We were very unlucky because
And what
Liverpool
a lot
had
of
an
people don't.
incredible team. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And what a lot of people don't realise, all these Johnny come latelys, all these people who say, oh, Chelsea's got no history. Under Vialli, remember, we lost the league by 4 points when Manchester United and when Manchester United and Arsenal were dominating. We lost the league by 4 points, and that was because of that Dewberry own goal and the Guppy winner.
Yeah.
Remember when we were 1-0 up against Leicester?
I remember, Max. Yeah, we were so close.
But
had
we won that game, we would have won the league, because then we went flat after that, because we drew with Tottenham, and we drew with Sheffield Wednesday. Tottenham and Sheffield Wednesday.
That's
those we would have got 6 points. Those 6 points would have been enough for us to win the league that year. And that's what a lot of people did. Yeah.
They don't see that the young people,
Roman,
you know, the ones who came because, you know, we were great, you know, they're not like us. You know,
we only lost 2 games that season, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And Vialli was our manager. So all these guys who come in, that's why it annoys me when a lot of people who come in just to say, oh yeah, Chelsea only got successful under
no, that's not true.
Under Roman Abramovich. When we were
they're talking rubbish.
To see
they have to go. They should go and read the books and read the history of the club. You know, we were a great team years before Abramovich.
6-0. 6-0 now.
6 City, yeah. God.
Yeah, Alvarez.
Oh God, now
2 for Alvarez, 3. That's what I'm saying. They've got 2 good strikers, and we can't even get one.
We can't get
that's
one.
That's why I'm so jealous.
Oh my God.
Alvarez is just as good as not just as good, but he's going to score goals for fun as well.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
There we go. But like we said, we have to do a show about all, you know, the old times. Like we said, you remember you said it before. We have to get together and sort that out. Stavs around Bobby. There's a few of us, you know.
Yeah, I'll try and arrange something on my channel.
Yeah, I think yours is better than
on the international break. When we have the international break, I'll try and get something.
It'd be good to
that's
do.
In September sometime. Yeah.
Because
I know I have a bit more time on my hands now.
Oh yeah, I know you're busy. I know you work. You do your stream. I know. Yeah. So. Yeah, let's hope we get back to winning ways as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Bobby's back now, is he? Well, hold on, I have to.
No.
Oh, it's Tesagi. Tesagi, yeah, we're all going to go now. I mean, so thanks for coming, Max, Tesagi.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, always. Thanks a lot. Bobby, who came, certified and stuff, of course. Philip was trying to come, but he was stuck in traffic. But you know, I'm very thankful for you lot. You know, you come on regular, and we're getting to know each other. It's good. We get, you know, if you understand what I mean, it's good to have the same panelists. You know what I mean? Max, I know for longer than Tesagi or certified, but then become regular, like Bobby, you, Max. And stuff, of course, you know. Yeah, so thanks.
I'll come on when I can. Yeah, Friday is going to be a bit more difficult for me to come on.
I know, Max. I always send you the link when you can. You come. I know. I understand.
Yeah, but for the pre-reviews, I'll probably be able to come on for those.
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah. You know, you don't have to ask. You're always welcome. Top guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
All right then.
Yeah,
Okay,
take
then,
care. Give my love to your two sons.
I
More
will
to
do.
the Chelsea one than the Arsenal one. I'm only joking, you know.
Yeah.
No. I have
He's
grandchildren the same age as them.
He's actually going to be goalkeeper for his Sunday league team. They've asked him to be goalkeeper for this next season. So I'll be out on Sundays
Who's
taking
that?
him to the games.
All right.
Elijah, the
That's
older
good.
one, is going to be the goalkeeper for his team. So if he's
All
any
right,
good,
yeah.
I'll tell him to replace Mendy.
I think we should.
You'd have done us a solid.
Yeah,
that's for sure. We need Mendy has to go on that bench. God, please, just to get his head straight. You know, he's not there. He's not there.
Yeah.
Let's see
Okay,
what
then,
happens.
guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Max.
Right.
Tesagi,
Take care.
we're going to end it now.
Speak to you later, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for everyone who watched our stream tonight. And please keep coming, watching us. We're new. We're getting there. We're going to get better. It's a matter of time. Thanks a lot, and God bless you all. Thanks.
Okay. Cheers, mate.
God bless you guys.
Bye. God bless.
Let's put the music on.
Mm.